probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go. Go, street.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Unlock right. Unlock right.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And able to get this to the 31. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
A quick throw out to Lockett.
Calling a gain of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back to throw here.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're going to try and throw.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Lockett, the man in motion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, it should be.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
They begin with a run by Penny, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the outside. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
The Seahawks are 2-10 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's Penny on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
18, right here. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Here we go, here we go. That's what we need. Go three.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Safety Ranger, Safety Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
On play action, Lance.
Flush to his right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell.
And he's got some space here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Lance looking to throw it. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Penny up the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Cash.
They'll look to throw. They'll get this out wide to Penny. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 66 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he stopped immediately there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Lance. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the...
Let's go now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Harper, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Going deep here for Landry. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Mustang 19.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Come on, come on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Seahawks! A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing on 2nd down. Lance. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 48 yards.
And the 49ers extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one goes for 24 yards. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Head the street. Head the street.
Looking to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll field this at the 5.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Come on, 38.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he's got it inside the 10.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.